Hello everyone, this is Shashan. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, in the previous video I showed you about endgame concept, right? So that is called boxing. So if you haven't watched, please watch that. So where I showed you how a lone king can reach a pawn which is in the process of queening. Okay, so, so today we will see a puzzle. Okay, so it was a very long time we haven't seen a puzzle. So this puzzle is kind of difficult. Okay, you need a different view to solve this puzzle. Okay, so normal regular moves will not work, so you have to find some unique moves to solve this puzzle. Okay, so let's start, and before that, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel so that we can see more of such puzzles and some studies. Okay, so let's start. Here again, as my other puzzles, this is also like white is clearly winning. Okay, so anyway, if black, I mean white doesn't do any blunder, then it is definitely winning. Okay, so because it is two pieces and a queen up. Okay, two minor pieces and a queen up, so definitely it will win. But the challenge here is to find a mate in three moves. Okay, you have to find a checkmate in three moves. Okay, so just think for some time. Okay, so I will tell the solution, but just think for a few moments, so I will give you some time to think. Okay, so here you can see, right, the king is stuck in between these pawns, so it has its own pawns around it and also the opponent pawns, so it has couple of squares to move anyway. But as I told you, you have to see, right, so where all the king can move. So right now it can move to f4 square, right, and d3 square and d5 square. So these three squares it can move, f4, d3 and d5. Okay, you can think about the some of the moves you can think. Okay, for example, what happens if you move a queen? Okay, first thing which comes to our mind is queen e5, right? Queen takes e5 check. So this is the obvious thing which comes to our mind. So queen e5 check, anyway you have only this d3 square, so king goes here. So then what? So what is the next? Right, quick. Now it cannot attack, queen cannot attack this king, because even though it attacks, so king will take this knight, right? So this king cannot be attacked such that it will not take this knight. Okay, so one thing is knight b4 is possible, so but if you do knight b4, king will take the bishop. Okay, so there is okay, anyway this is still two moves, we can still see this. Suppose if you want to play queen e2 or something, so king can take bishop. So now what is the mate? Where is the mate? We don't have any mate, right? So if queen c4, then king can escape here, right? So I don't see any mate here, so this solution will not work. So that's why I told initially this is not a straightforward move. Okay, so checkmate in 3 is not possible by moving such moves. Okay, so one thing you have to notice is just see black has what all options in the first move. As I told you, king can move in three places. One is f4, d3 and d5. So apart from that, pawn can be moved to g3 and h5, right? And then this bishop can be moved to any of these squares. So considering all these moves of black, you just think how you can restrict black in just three moves. Okay, so I hope I have given a sufficient time, so some of you might have got the solution. Okay, um, so the solution is, if you have thought about bishop e1, then you are definitely right, because so bishop e1 is an amazing move. Okay, so let's see what happens in bishop e1. Okay, so let's see one by one moves. Okay, if pawn moves to g3, okay, then we have this queen takes e5 checkmate. So now we have only one option, queen, this. Okay, so now knight b4 is checkmate, right? So these are like forced moves, right? So why it didn't work earlier? Because bishop was on b3. So after knight b4, king would have captured the bishop. So now bishop is on e1, so this is checkmate. So again, let's say another move, h5. It is the same thing, queen takes e5. Again, this is only one option, this is checkmate. So if both the pawn moves, the end result is same, right? So let's see the king moves. Okay, so what if king moves to f4? Okay, let's say again the same thing. If queen takes e5, right, king has only one option to move to g5. So if king moves to g5, then we have a checkmate with f6. Got it? So here, that is the reason of bishop e1. If bishop was not moved to e1, instead if you have moved to d2 or somewhere, then king would have captured this knight, right? So that there was no mate in 3. So you have to think in the first move itself what bishop e1 will do. Okay, many of you might have thought about moving the bishop, but not to e1 square, right? You might have thought about d2 or here somewhere. Okay, so we'll see that also. Next thing is king to d3, right? If king moves to d3, then we have straight away check, queen c4 check, right? So now king has only one option, again has to move back to e4. Now we have again discovery check with d5 checkmate. Okay, how we have done this f6 checkmate, similarly you can do this d5 checkmate here. Okay, so this is for king moving to d3. What if king moves to d5, right? So if king moves to d5, again we have the same method, queen c4 check. Now king has two options, either it can go to e4 or d6. So suppose if king goes to e4, again we have the same thing, d5 checkmate. But what if king goes to d6? Then we have checkmate with queen e6, right? So this is the reason. But you might have thought, why bishop to e1? What happens if I move to bishop to b4 and a5, right? So let's see that also. So if bishop, suppose you are moving bishop to b4, right? If you are moving bishop to b4, so now you are capturing the queen, suppose. Okay, suppose now what black will move is, it will move its king to f4. So now if you are going for with this plan, okay, so it will come here, and now this will not work since king can capture knight. Okay, so that's the reason bishop was supporting the knight. Okay, so, and also any of the bishop moves you can do the same thing. After bishop, even if bishop is moving here, anything, so you can go with the same plan, queen takes, right, e5 check, then king is forced to move to d3, then you have knight b4 check. So this will work. Okay, so what we can learn from these kind of puzzles is, how to think about the unique moves, I mean different moves. Okay, so we usually think about the routine moves. Okay, so 90% of the people first move they think about queen takes e5, right? So or maybe any other queen move, okay, where it can defend, like going to h7 and then doing some discovery, these kind of things they might think. Okay, but they never think about bishop e1. Okay, because we have to think about, since this is checkmate in 3, we have to think about next 3 moves. So in three moves this king can come near to this knight, right? So we have to defend this knight, so you have to think in that perspective. Okay, so bishop e1 is the solution. Okay, so this is the puzzle for today. So in the next video we will see another chess opening. Okay, that is called Caro-Can defense. Okay, so we have seen an opening. If you have not seen, please go and watch. We have seen about Ray Lopez basic thing. So if possible we will try to expand that line also, because Ray Lopez line is still vast. I have just showed you the main line, first 3 or 4 moves I have showed you, but there is a lot of there is also a trap there in Ray Lopez. We have many traps. Okay, so we will see that later, but in the next video we will see Caro-Can defense. Okay, so which is nothing but a defensive opening for black. Okay, so if black is opting for a defensive opening, so this opening is best. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.